Reacting is easy. It's what most people do. Someone insults you, and you snap back. A situation goes wrong, and frustration takes over. But the Stoics saw this as weakness, emotional slavery to the outside world. They believed true power begins with the ability to pause, to take a breath, to respond with intention rather than react from impulse. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In every moment you have a choice. The world can trigger you, provoke you, even try to pull you into its chaos, but it cannot make you respond unless you let it. That's where your strength lives, in the space between stimulus and response. This mindset shift is not about suppressing your feelings, it's about mastering them. You don't ignore anger or fear, you understand them. You don't lash out in defense, you observe, reflect, and then move with clarity. The Stoic doesn't run from emotion, he commands it. Every time you choose response over reaction, you're rewiring your brain. You're building a habit of power. And over time, this habit becomes your armor. Chaos may still surround you, but it will no longer own you. Imagine you're walking through your day and someone insults you. The instinct might be to fire back, to defend your pride. But the Stoic mindset reminds you, your power lies not in the action taken by others, but in the response you choose. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." With this, you begin to separate yourself from the chaos of others. You don't give them control over your mood, your behavior, or your values. This is the core of emotional resilience. To train your mind to respond, not react. Reaction is instant, it's emotional, it's impulsive, but a response is calculated, controlled, and chosen with intention. You pause, you reflect. You ask yourself, is this worth my peace? And more often than not, you'll find that the answer is no. That doesn't make you weak. That makes you unshakable. Because nothing is more powerful than someone who doesn't need to react to prove their strength. You begin to see that silence can speak louder than anger. Presence can be louder than retaliation. Now imagine the power of building a mind that's immune to provocation. When people lash out, gossip, or try to pull you into their emotional storms, you stand still, calm, untouched. That's not ignorance. That's training. That's self-respect. Stoicism teaches that true strength is found not in dominance, but in discipline. You don't react because your emotions are no longer in control. You are. And this mindset? It's rare. It's magnetic. That's why the moment you start responding instead of reacting, you become a force people notice, but don't mess with. You become a high-value individual. Your presence changes. Your energy speaks for you. If you're serious about building this kind of power within you, you're in the right place. Subscribe now and join a community that values strength of character over noise. Every week we break down Stoic wisdom into powerful strategies you can use daily. So click subscribe and turn your attention inward, because that's where the real battle is. In a world where noise is constant and opinions fly without filter, being calm is rebellion. When someone criticizes you, instead of defending or justifying, you observe. When life throws a challenge, you pause and respond from a place of reason, not panic. This doesn't make you passive, it makes you powerful. Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca weren't just thinkers, they were warriors of the mind. They trained themselves to act with clarity, even when chaos surrounded them. And that's what you're building now. Each time you choose stillness over drama, you reinforce that inner fortress. Reacting impulsively is easy, but every time you pause, you interrupt that old loop. You rewire the system. You shift from being controlled by emotion to being led by purpose. Stoicism isn't about suppressing feelings, it's about transforming them into fuel for better action. And that shift? It's what separates the average from the unshakable. In the end, the battle is not against the world, it's against your own impulses. The Stoics understood this deeply. Real power is not loud, it's quiet. It doesn't react. It responds with wisdom, with patience, with strength. So the next time anger rises or fear grips you, remember this. You don't have to act on your first emotion. You don't owe anyone a reaction. You owe yourself peace. Each pause is a victory. Each breath you take before responding is a step toward mastering your inner world. You are not a slave to your emotions, you are the architect of your response. And in mastering that, you master everything else. The question is, next time life tests you, will you react like everyone else, or will you respond like a Stoic?